What if the thing you've been waiting for, the thing you've cried over, prayed for, questioned, was actually the very thing God was using to shape your faith? Welcome to the What If series, where we explore your deepest prayers through the lens of purpose, not pain. Because sometimes God's answer isn't yes or no, it's transformation. What if the door you've been praying for finally opened? What if the opportunity, the connection, the platform, the moment you've begged God for, showed up today? No more waiting. No more closed doors. Just a clear, undeniable yes. Would you be ready? Let's imagine, just for a moment, you've waited faithfully. You've prayed consistently. You've watched others get picked while you stayed behind the scenes. Then, suddenly, it happens. The email comes. The phone rings. The opportunity knocks, and it's yours. The stage you dreamed about, now you're standing on it. The door that stayed shut for years, it's open, wide. But something feels different. You're not just excited, you're nervous. Because now, it's real. This is the part nobody talks about. That when the door opens, so does your heart. Fear starts whispering. What if I mess this up? What if I'm not enough? What if they find out I'm still healing? You start questioning the very thing you prayed for. God, did you bring me here too soon? But here's the truth. The door didn't test your prayer life. It tested your readiness. Your character, your consistency, your capacity to steward what you asked for. Because the answered prayer requires discipline, not just desire. Favor without preparation becomes pressure. Opportunity without wholeness becomes a burden. God isn't cruel when He makes you wait. He's kind enough to build you up behind the scenes. He's teaching you to lead in obscurity, to serve when no one's watching, to hear His voice without an audience. Because when the door opens, what you've built in private is what will sustain you in public. So no, you're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're becoming someone who can carry the weight of the door that's coming. And when it opens, when the spotlight finds you, you'll walk through it, not afraid, but anchored. Sometimes the delay isn't in the door. It's in the heart that has to be ready for it. And that is still grace. But what if the door God opens isn't a platform or a position, but a person? What if God answered your other prayer, the one you whispered between heartbreaks? What if God gave you the husband you've been praying for today? Let's imagine again, just for a moment. It starts like a regular day. You wake up, still praying, still waiting. Then your phone lights up. A message, a call, a man you've never met, but somehow it feels peaceful. He speaks with kindness, with clarity, with calm. He knows who he is. He's intentional. He's not playing games. And somehow, your heart doesn't panic. It rests. You recognize it, not from past experience, but from all the late-night prayers and whispered hopes. God, is this Him? And this time, heaven is quiet, but your soul knows. He came from God. Now what? You've waited so long for this moment. But are you ready? Not for the pictures, not the ring, but for the love. Can you communicate without shutting down? Can you receive affection without questioning it? Can you celebrate his strength without competing with it? Have you healed from the last heartbreak? Or are you still bleeding quietly behind strong prayers? Can you support his vision without losing yours? You see, the answer doesn't just arrive. It tests. It reveals. It stretches. Because God doesn't just give us what we want. He gives us what will grow us. Maybe the reason he hasn't shown up yet isn't because God forgot you. It's because the version of you that prayed for him might not be the version that can keep him. And that's not shame. That's grace. God loves you too much to rush you, too much to give you a promise that becomes pressure. Sometimes, he's not just preparing the man. He's preparing you. Not just to be a wife, but to be whole. He's deepening your roots, healing your heart, teaching you how to be loved without fear. Because the right man will arrive, but God is making sure you're ready to receive him fully and freely. So what if God answered you right now? Would you be ready to say yes? Or would you run because it finally got real? This isn't to make you feel behind. It's to remind you, your wait is not wasted. The delay isn't denial. It's development. He's not just writing a love story. He's writing you into someone's answered prayer. And that kind of story takes time. So keep becoming. Keep trusting. Keep waiting in faith. Because when it finally happens, you'll see why he made you wait. And you'll thank him for every moment he said, "Not yet." So, what if God answered you right now? Would the door find you grounded or grasping? Would love find you whole or still hiding? Because when God finally says yes, he's not just opening the door, he's opening you. And you'll see that the waiting wasn't punishment. It was protection. It was preparation. It was grace. If this spoke to your heart, share your thoughts in the comments on what you're still trusting God for. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes in the What If series on Waiting in Faith, where we explore the prayers that shape us and the delays that develop us. Because sometimes the most powerful thing God says isn't yes or no. It's "I'm still here."